Today we're going to take a look at creating a standard IDW for our bracket number 1 drawing. It's going to look very similar to the one that's here. We're going to leave off these techniques learned, but we're going to take and place all these dimensions in there. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dimensions. We'll place it on there and we're going to place it on a B-size sheet. To begin, we're going to have our Inventor open and we're going to select New from the ribbon bar at the top. And we're going to choose standard.idw, this icon right here, and click Create. The very first thing that we need to do is we're going to place this on a B-size sheet. So right now it currently comes up as a D, so we're going to go to our model browser on the left-hand side, and we're going to go to Sheet 1, right-click, and Edit Sheet. Once we get the Edit Sheet window open, we're going to click on the size area and we're going to choose B size sheet. So we're changing it from a D size to a B size sheet, and then click OK. Wonderful. Next, we're going to go up to our ribbon bar and we're going to go to Base, and we're going to choose our Browse folder that has the folder and the magnifying glass in it. And we're going to go to our H drive and we're going to select our bracket 1 part. Click Open. We're going to leave the scale at 1:1 and we're going to click OK. Next, we're going to use our cursor and we're going to move it towards our front view. Once we get the red dotted line that goes around our view, we're going to click and we're going to push this view over to the left-hand side of our drawing. Now we need to get the side view up here. So we're going to go up to our ribbon bar and we're going to click on Projected, which is right next to Base, Projected. Now if yours does not automatically come up with this attached view, for example, I click Projected here and I don't come up with that extra view, if I bring my cursor to the front view, click, it's going to automatically snap onto it. So I'm going to have a side view, click here, and I'm going to have a pictorial isometric, click. Once I have those two views, I'm going to right click and select Create. Excellent. Now we're on to our dimensions. To place our dimensions, we're currently ribbon bar is Place Views. We're going to go next to Annotate. And we're going to use our Dimension tool. We're going to use our Hole and Thread tool as well. Let's start with our Dimension tool. We're going to dimension our outermost circle for our part. We're going to dimension the inner raised post. We're going to dimension from the center of our part to the center of one of these circles. We're going to dimension this hole that's in the middle. Now I could do that with a regular dimension. However, that only gives me the diameter. I'll zoom in on that a little bit. It only gives me the diameter. So instead of that, we'll delete that in a little bit. Instead, we're going to go up to Hole and Threads. I'm going to click on that same hole, bring that out, and do you see how it gives me that extra specification for how deep it went? So I'm going to press the Escape key. I'm going to click my Dimension 1, and I can press Delete. Or I can right click on this dimension and select Delete. Now let's go to this other hole that's up here. We're going to Hole and Threads, click on your hole, bring this up and through. Okay, now let's take a look at my drawing. You see how I have this 4 holes added to it, and when I'm on my regular drawing, it just gives me that 1 hole specification. So I can take and press the Escape key to let go of my Hole and Thread tool. I'm going to click on that dimension. I can put my cursor in front of that dimension and I can type 4 holes and then a space. When I click OK, it puts that in there for me. That's great. Next, we need the thicknesses of these 2 extrusions. So I'm going to select my Dimension tool from the ribbon bar, the regular dimension tool. I'm going to click the top line here, push that up. I'm going to click my second extrusion here and push that up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And if we take a look at our original drawing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dimensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dimensions. So that looks great. We're going to go to the orange file in the left-hand corner. Orange file in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to save as. I'm going to have this go to my H drive. If it doesn't show up in your top pull-down menu here, you should scroll down to the bottom, click in the window, scroll down to the bottom, and I want to select first initial last name 000, the gray box with the green line underneath it. I am going to call this bracket 1, and I'm going to select save. Great job. Now we need to get it into a format where we can actually put this into Google Classroom and turn it in. So we're going to go back up to the top, go to File, orange file in the upper left hand corner, and we're going to export this. We're going to export it as a PDF file, select PDF, and we're going to have this file name stays the same. This still goes to my H drive, first initial last name 000, and click save. Great job. You're finished with the bracket 2 part and drawing. Make sure you turn your bracket 2 drawing, the PDF file, into Google Classroom.